Hey everybody, happy Friday. Um, Today's been an interesting day. I had like this moment when I was putting down my son. My right side of my neck was getting super tense, and like I started getting more agitated with him. I'm going on like 2 hours of him trying to get him down to sleep, and he's just antsy. And in the beginning, I thought like maybe I gave him the ice cream, and ice cream with like hyperactive kids, usually don't go over very well. He was like super antsy, and like nothing I said like really made any big of a difference. He kept saying he had to go to the bathroom, but like never had to go to the bathroom. Would sit on the toilet for a minute and then get off. And we did that 2 or 3 times. And after about like an hour and a half, it kind of dawned on me that like maybe what maybe my tight neck is trying to tell me something, and I'm agitated with myself for not hearing it. So as I'm sitting there, I put my hand on my kid, and I just ask myself, like, why is my neck agitated right now? And I had just had this thought of like, well, your son needs you. Like something happened today. He's dealing with something. And immediately once I heard that, the stress of the tension on the right side of my neck went away. And then I just started asking him questions and just having a dialogue and like getting him to recall parts of his day. And as I'm talking to him, I'm putting my hand like on his feet and on his back, and I'm just like noticing the tight spots in him and trying to help him recall the events of the day. And I was able to get some information out of him. Like overall, it was like he was running around with some friends and ran into the area of some girls and may or may not have bumped them, but like he didn't really complete the story and didn't tell me like what was actually happening, but he got enough of it off of his chest that he was able to settle down and within like 10 minutes fall asleep. And just that whole experience really got me thinking about like how often our bodies or our subconscious mind is like speaking to us. And if we're not in the moment or present, like we're just not going to hear it. And so like it just then got me thinking about, like I was reading an article this morning about how right now there's like a lot of scientists that are running various studies using virtual reality, and they're using it to like test the mind's perception of the body. And like one of these tests that they're running is um, they had mainly white people taking a study or doing a racial bias study, and they would come back with whatever score. And then like half the people would just be in another white person body, and then half the people would be in a black person body. And the people that lived that experience in that artificial black body, then after when they retook the racial bias test, scored lower scores. And I think that's just like so amazing that like just the perception of living in someone else's skin like changed. Like this had the same experience as the other group, but just in a different skin, and all of a sudden like they're perceiving and understanding things differently. And just like the idea and the concepts that like we can change our the way we think and perceive the world based on something that's like not even true in reality. And then in like another test was they got, and they call it these magic sneakers, and essentially when you walk you make a noise, and our ears and are picking it up, and then our brains are processing it. We might not even notice it all, but it's all happening. And so if you have a lower frequency walk, it's harder hitting, creating more of a reverberations, and in that um, you're going to experience one thing. Well, in these magic sneakers, they put out the sound, and then they can modify it and either make it higher for like a lighter effect or lower for a heavier effect. And depending on which way they went, like if they tuned it up so it would be a higher noise, even though the walking and everything didn't change, they all of a sudden like their gait improved, they felt lighter, felt faster, because their brain is perceiving that they're walking lighter on the floor. And I just think that it's like really amazing that we are such fine-tuned creatures, but like if we're not aware of everything, then like we just start setting up these little walls. And so today I just really want to encourage everybody, like, just take a step back, find a moment and just like scan your body and just try to see what it's telling you. Because uh, I, if we've learned anything, it's just that like our minds create our reality. And so if our body is feeling tight, that tightness might not even be like anything related to like your physical being, but just like a manifestation of something from your mind. And the more present we can be, the more we're able to then extrapolate and learn from our body. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I just want to share just like an interesting thing of how like much our minds speak through our bodies. And by understanding this, just gives us more control over our actions. And it's all built in automatic software programs that are running in the background. And just by paying attention to our body and what it's feeling is going to start opening us up to like new choices. And if we're making new choices, we're going to make better choices, and like we're going to start being able to change our lives. So hang in there. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and talk to you again soon. Peace.